morning mga ka-Filbasket. The action continues here in the San Jose del Monte Sports Complex for Game 2 of the semifinals of the Filbasket 2022 Summer Championships presented by Puregold. This game is between the AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus versus the Nueva Ecija Capitals. We are inviting you guys to head on over to Bulacan, but we are also streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and Kumu. Magandang gabi muli, ako po si Megan Cabrera. Kasama ko pa rin ngayon si Ken Pangilinan at Coach Mike Perez. Guys, what a game that was between the San Juan Knights and between the Tanduay Rum Masters. The Tanduay Rum Masters have been pretty much pristine mula eliminations hanggang quarterfinals, but their campaign ended early here tonight.
That was totally unexpected, Megan. In fact, itong Tanduay Rum Masters led early in the third quarter by 12 points, but itong San Juan Knights, as always, very relentless up to the end, bringing home that W, and they're back in the finals.
Well, itong Tanduay Rum Masters felt that they really had that first elimination round, but San Juan really coming back strong, new strategies, people stepping up, and boy, you just gotta love the changes, especially if you're a San Juan Knight fan.
Okay, isa pa sa mga meron tayong update, no? Meron na tayong Filbasket all-tournament team composed of Marky, Felix Aprecu, MVP Justin Gutang, Cedric Ablaza, and of course, Jake Diwa. Paano ba nakakapasok sa all-tournament team na ito?
So it's determined by the Index of Success, also known as the Performance Index Rating. It is used by various international competitions, particularly the EuroLeague.
Coach Mike, do you agree with this lineup?
Well, definitely yung PIR natin is really looking at all the stats of all of the players and trying to compute them to see where the players are ranked based on those statistical numbers.
Isa sa mga hot topics ngayon sa social media ng Filbasket is the choice for MVP. Now, hard question tayo. Coach Mike, do you agree with that call?
Well, if it's going to be based on the PIR, definitely that's going to be Justin Gutang. But if you're gonna ask me on terms of the performance of the teams, I have to give that to Cedric Ablaza. He's been excellent for the Tanduay Rum Masters and he's done pretty well para sa team na yon in the elimination round.
Ken?
Ako, I have to agree naman. Justin Gutang, top 10 in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. Really, the undisputed MVP dito sa Filbasket.
Punta naman tayo sa teams at hand natin. Now, sa semifinals, Game 1 between the AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus and the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Natalo ang AllStar Bacolod Ballers by 11 points. Ken, ano masasabi natin doon?
Itong Bacolod, really, hindi naman sila nalalayo dito sa Nueva Ecija Capitals in that game. But itong Nueva Ecija pulled away late in the third quarter, led by as much as 15 points. As we take a look at the stats there, really good shooting for Nueva Ecija. But the assist, a big story here, Coach Mike, 30-20 in favor of Nueva Ecija.
Well, talking now about itong team ng we're really looking at them being out-hustled, itong Bacolod All-Stars. You want them to be hustling some more. Sure, we find out that yung field goal percentages nila much better than that of Nueva Ecija, but only because Nueva Ecija is shooting very well on the field, so they don't need much of those rebounds as their points are converted.
Ken, isa sa mga nag-stand out na players para sa Nueva Ecija, Michael Mabulak.
Yup, Michael Mabulak, the only player kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes averaging more than 20 minutes a contest. Solid performance in their last game, 13 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and efficient shooting, 6 out of 11 from field goal.
Coach Mike, para makahabol naman ng Bacolod, sino ang mga dapat mag-step up para sa kanila?
Well, number one, you always, when you talk about the Bacolod All-Stars, you have to look at Marky. But unfortunately, Donat is not going to be available, but he is going to play for Game 3 if there's going to be a Game 3. You can talk about the numbers, but really, it really boils down to the leadership and the intangibles that the Marky gives to his team.
For Nueva Ecija naman, Ken, sinong inaasahan natin para mag-step up so that they can take this all the way to the finals?
Well, the man they call the White Superman, Bobby Balucanag, really efficient outing in their last game. 11 points, 5 out of 6 field goal shooting in only 14 minutes. Quality minutes para sa former San Sebastian Stag. And speaking of former San Sebastian Stag, Michael Wico, as usual, 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Solid all-around performance.
Coach Mike, ano naman ang kailangan ng AllStar Bacolod Ballers para makuha ang game na ito?
Well, first, I want to say that Cranial Villoya, he really needs to step up his game, especially after a 15-point above average performance last time. But if you talk about the entire Bacolod Ballers, the first they got to do, they got to give all-star effort. They got out-hustled, out-stolen, out-assisted in almost every category, and they got to dig deep to be able to overcome that deficit with Nueva Ecija. Second, they got to speed up the game because much as they out-rebounded that of Nueva Ecija, they couldn't convert that into fast break points, only coming up with 1 point in the entire action in game number 1. And lastly, you gotta rev up that transition D because 20 plus points in transition for Nueva Ecija is just too much for anyone to go up against, and Bacolod All-Stars gotta recover on transition D.
Para sa inyo naman, Ken, ano ang kailangan gawin ng Nueva Ecija Capitals?
For Nueva Ecija, they have to keep the relentless pressure, make itong All-Star Bacolod Ballers uncomfortable on their offensive sets. Secondly, keep moving the rock, avoid engaging in one-on-one possessions. That's not the brand of basketball para dito sa Nueva Ecija. And lastly, control the boards. Last game, lumamang itong All-Star Bacolod in terms of second chance points. They gotta limit itong second chance opportunities nitong All-Star Bacolod.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. Now, before we get this ball game going, let me send it over to Sam Coloso, who is with Jai Reyes, our president and co-founder of Filbasket.
Thank you, Megan. President Jai, can you please explain to us yung criteria for selection natin sa All Filbasket Tournament team and sa MVP?
First of all, I'd like to congratulate all the winners dun sa ating all-defensive team and all-Filbasket Tournament team. And of course, our MVP, si Justin Gutang. For the all-Filbasket Tournament team, we wanted to leave it up to the players talaga. Sila mag-decide. Walang ibang tao magde-decide. So we left it up to the numbers. Yung index of success, it's widely used in other tournaments abroad. So sa ganitong pamamaraan, yung players talaga yung magsasabi kung sino yung deserving sa award. Yung sa all-defensive team naman, we let our coaches vote para yung coaches na mismo magsabi kung kanino silang nahirapan ng mga defenders. So again, congratulations to everybody who won, and we hope to have a good ball game tonight.
President, there's quite a buzz on social media sa pagpili ng MVP natin. So pinag-aawayan nga yun ng mga fans.
Yes, of course, he said Ablaza, he's very deserving of the MVP award also dahil 11-0 nga yung Tanduay Ram Masters going into the semifinals. But Justin Gutang just edged him out by just 7 statistical points for the MVP. So both players really deserved it, but at the end of the day, we have to award one MVP, and that's Justin Gutang, so congratulations to him.
Thank you so much, President Jai Reyes. Now let's get this semis on the road. I'm turning it over to Ryan Villena for the introduction of starters.
Good evening! Live from the rising city of San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, this is Filbasket Summer Championship 2022, presented by Puregold. This is Game 2 of the semifinal series between the AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus and the Nueva Ecija Capitals. Are you ready? Let's meet the starters of AllStar Bacolod BingoPlus. At point guard, standing 5'10" from Centro Escolar University, number 40, J.K. Gasinio. At shooting guard, 5'11" from La Consolacion College, number 17, Alwin Alday. At small forward, standing 6'1" from Arellano University, number 1, Cranial Villoya. At power forward, 6'5" from Olivares College, number 41, J-Boy Solis. And at center, standing 6'3" from St. Francis of Assisi College, number 12, Raymond Ilagan. The head coach of Bacolod is Alexander Angeles. And now the starters of the Nueva Ecija Capitals. At point guard, 5'11" from St. Clair College, number 27, Chris Bitoon. At shooting guard, standing 5'10" from the University of the East, number 18, Philip Manalang. As small forward, 6'1", also from the University of the East, number 77, Renz Palma. At power forward, standing 6'4" from the Lyceum of Subic Bay, number 23, JJ Collado. And at center, 6'4" from Jose Rizal University, number 28, Michael Mabulak. The head coach of Nueva Ecija is Gerson Gabildes. Our officials for this game, crew chief is Jojo Veldas, first umpire is Alan Manzano, second umpire is Ryan.
Game 2 naman between the AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus and the Nueva Ecija Capitals. As we take a look at the starters, Coach Mike, etong AllStar Bacolod Ballers, nung last game nila big lineup, but this time around trying to use their speed to their advantage.
Well, I think it's really more of nakita nila yung stats siguro on fast break that they need to be able to come back in transition. That's why they starting out with their guards. Really more of tactical here para sa kay Coach Alex Angeles.
Their last game, si J-Boy Solis, Raymond Ilagan, and Adrian Lau starting together in the front court. But this time around, si Craniel Villoya starting at that small forward spot. Samantala, usual balasa naman para dito ay Coach Gerson Gabildes, Philip Manalang in the starting lineup.
That's right, and I like that move by Coach Gerson, putting in Philip Manalang at the start. And conversely, on the other side naman, nagustuhan ko rin na finally we're starting Alwin Alday, because in that game number 1, Alwin Alday had very limited attempts, and kailangan nila ng attempts dun sa game na yon, and hopefully Alwin Alday will be able to produce for the Bacolod All-Stars.
So for those who are just tuning in, nakaabang na po ang San Juan Knights in the finals. Inaabangan nila kung sino ang mananalo dito sa seryeng ito between Bacolod and Nueva Ecija. Alday kontra ay Manalang. Pasa kay Casino. 5 seconds sa kailang shot clock. And great defense there by JJ Collado.
Well, Coach Gerson Gabildes always imposes and reminds his team about the importance of defense. Kaya as we go and as we've seen them in the previous games, makikita ninyo bakit nga ba napakataas ng ranking and almost number 1 in every statistical category there is itong Nueva Ecija.
Palma, great bounce pass to Michael Mabulak.
6th player in the defensive all-rating, defensive player of the year vote. Boy, I really hope that Michael Mabulak was in that list as well. But it was a close 6 though.
Michael Mabulak, the former MVP of the MPBL Invitational. Solis, you love this player, Coach Mike.
Yep, and J-Boy Solis, of course, a product of the Olivares College under Coach Mike Sagigit. He loves the triangle offense, kaya very fundamentally sound itong si J-Boy Solis. And right now, that point has been something looking forward para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars.
Meanwhile, Collado barreling through the lane for that field goal.
Yun ang mahirap eh. Nakita mo sa Nueva Ecija, no? That's a 1-3-1 defense put up by Bacolod All-Stars. But nakapag-dribble penetrate pa rin. Why? Because the players of Nueva Ecija are big and they have decent ball handling capabilities.
8 minutes left in the first. 4-2 is our tally. Bitoon swings to Manalang, short on that free.
Well, this time they gotta go quick for transition. Remember, in their first outing, they were only able to score 1 point against the 20-plus transition plays para dito sa Nueva Ecija Capitals.
22-1 to be exact.
Right.
In terms of fast break points, Michael Mabulak na foul doon ni Raymond Ilagan.
Eh, sabi nila, how is that possible? Ikaw yung mas maraming ni-rebound, pero 1 point lang yung nagawa mo in terms of transition. Well, it's simple, very simple explanation is that the players of Nueva Ecija are quick enough to go down on defense to avoid any transition basket for the Bacolod All-Stars.
Saan dito sa Nueva Ecija, even from makes, doon sa mga long misses, they could run in transition and make you pay.
At saka dito ka bibilib sa Nueva Ecija, Ken, no? These guys are big, pero they can do close-outs. Kaya nilang bumantay sa mga perimeter players. Galing ka sa poste, magko-close out, may titira sa 3. Kaya nila, and yung rotation and defense really just goes to, I guess, emphasize yung defense na pinut up nitong si Coach Gerson Gabildes.
for the AllStar Ballers. AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus. No marquee for the second straight game, but in game number 1, Coach Mike really kept in step for the most part kontra dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Well, look at that defense. The aggressiveness of that defense leaves you very little option to create. So you cannot, you cannot afford to just be creating off a player. It's got to be a full system that's going to work, moving the Nueva Ecija defense side to side, and so that they catch them late and to be able to make their point of attack.
And turnovers, a big story in game number 1. Bacolod had 16 at Nueva Ecija only 9. Bitoon for free is pure.
And Chris Bitoon coming into 4 para dito sa Nueva Ecija, having won twice as best player of the game. And really, he matured just in time dito sa Filbasket season natin.
J-Boy Solis, sobra sa kanyang tira. 8-2, under 7 minutes left in the first. Bitoon, mid-range, this time wala.
That was a missed shot, pero makita mo yung screen na pinut up ni Michael Mabulak, Ken.
Meanwhile, we turn you over to our courtside reporters Megan Cabrera and Sam Coloso.
Ken, para kay Coach Alex Angeles of the AllStar Bacolod Ballers, isinasa puso talaga nila ang win or go home attitude ngayon. The boys have a good disposition and are still hopeful to extend their stay here. Now, sabi nga ni Coach, while they are down a very crucial player, this has allowed the other members to also step up and they do not want to waste this opportunity. How about for your side, Sam?
Thanks, Megan. Sabi ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes ng Nueva Ecija Capitals, today we go all out. We prepared to face the Bacolod Ballers with or without marquee. Today we come in confident, but we don't want to jump into conclusions. Sabi din ni Coach Gerson that to him, the margin of score does not matter. So we're not underestimating the AllStar Bacolod Ballers. We're confident on how we play and how we prepared. Ken, Coach Mike.
Thank you, Sam and Megan, doing a great job on the sidelines here in game number 2 between Nueva Ecija and AllStar Bacolod. Binanggit ni Megan, Coach Mike, yung players stepping up in the absence of marquee. In fact, 4 players scored in double digits para dito kay Coach Alex Angeles.
Yeah, and I think the more important part of that is that it's not really just the stats that marquee provides us, 13 points, 8 rebounds and all, but it's the leadership. Somebody's got to lead this team, especially against this powerhouse of a team in Nueva Ecija.
Raymond Nilagan and Cranial Viloria led itong AllStar Bacolod in scoring with 15 apiece in that loss in game number 1.
Alam mo, Ken, as I was watching that game number 1 of Nueva Ecija and AllStar Bacolod Ballers, I feel that the best quarter that Bacolod Ballers played was that third quarter. They played near perfect basketball because if they didn't, mas malaki yung lamang nun. So then yung pagiging consistent nila sa executions nila helped them to stay in that game.
Renz Palma knocks down a triple, increasing the lead to 5.
And yun pa yung mahirap dito sa Nueva Ecija. You've got players like Renz Palma and Michael Wico who always looks to attack. As you see that triple by J-Boy Solis. And so far, the shooting's been working for the Bacolod All-Stars.
So long 2 for J-Boy Solis, cuts the lead down to 3 points. Manalang fires a 3 off the mark.
Classic example, yung gano'n, nakuha nila yung defensive board. They weren't looking to push that ball. They were really just looking to set up their offense, their half-court set.
Philip Manalang with that hand check foul. 4 minutes and 28 seconds left in quarter number 1. Ilagan. Pasa dito kay Casino kontra kay Bitoon.
Lefty versus lefty.
Ilagan, mid-range, short. Bitoon, directing traffic for the blue shirts. Spin move by Mabulak. And Michael Mabulak unstoppable in the paint.
How many times have you seen Michael Mabulak flex those muscles every time he's on the low post and making those difficult back to the basket shots?
Balukanag and Gabo set to check in for Coach Gerson.
Wow.
Solis. Wow, that's 6 points for the former Olivares standout.
Sol's been impressive. I like that he's getting his rhythm. Remember, this guy was the former finals MVP when he played for Olivares. And hopefully that comes out, especially nang wala yung idol niyang si Marquis.
And forcing a turnover itong Bacolod. Casino off to the races.
One of the very few times that you see a Nueva Ecija player give up transition. Chris Bitoon didn't go after that leather, but instead he stopped, and I'm sure hindi magugustuhan yun ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
Cuts the lead to 1 point, 13-12. Bitoon using that screen, fires from free. Wala, mabulak. Wala pa din doon, Alday with the board. Pulls up. That floater almost drops in.
But I like that attempt, but at least they're trying to get into transition.
Sidestep, pasa kay Palma. Pangalawang tres. Pasok yan.
Every time you give that leather to Palma, if he has an opportunity to score, that is always going to be the first option for Palma.
6 early points for Renz Palma, increasing the lead to 4 points, 16-12. Great pass by Bitoon, setting up the former UE Red Warrior as we take a timeout here. Commissioner Jai Reyes, also the co-founder of Filbasket, and our wonderful crowd here at the San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan as we bring you Game 2 between Nueva Ecija and Bacolod. Ako po si Ken Pangilinan alongside Coach Mike Perez, and working the sidelines, Megan Cabrera and Sam Coloso.
Look at that, Ken. Platoon substitution for Coach Gerson. All new faces, but the same level of intensity defensively, and we'll have to see later offensively.
With the exception of Michael Mabulak, no player averaging more than 20 minutes a contest para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Kung makikita mo to, no? Balukanag, Macaloni, Wico, and you pair that with Hesed Gabo, and then the perimeter, meron kang Villarias. Wow.
Pwedeng starting 5 sa ibang kupunan eh.
Yeah.
As Wico knocks down the free.
And we talked about Renz Palma always going to attack. Here's the other guy that always looks to attack, Michael Wico.
Under 2 minutes remaining, 7-point lead for the Novo Ecijanos. J-Boy Solis, this time short. Gabo kontra kay Liu. Wico attacking the closeout. Back to Gabo. Great defense by Liu. Michael Wico fires from free and he banks it in.
Just like how he wanted it. Off the glass.
Bukas pala ang bangko ngayong Sunday evening. Double-digit lead being enjoyed now by Nueva Ecija.
Boy, and this man defense here by Nueva Ecija really making it difficult for any. You look at that. Wala namang bola si Craniel eh. Si Joel Liu. Pero sumusunod aggressively. As you see this intentional three. Michael Wico. Look at that.
Oh, di ba?
Galing.
Sukat na sukat daw.
Sukat na sukat. Just like I want it to be.
Adrian Lau pinasok na dito ni Coach Alex. They're down by 10 points. 1 minute left. Bobby Balukanag continuing his efficient ways.
Yep. And if you're gonna be honest with your defense, exactly ganun ang mangyayari. You see that guy curling from the wing, going to the corner of that pin down by Balukanag. They go to that shooter who leaves underneath. He was si Balukanag for that free shot.
Joel Liu, plagued by foul trouble in their last game, knocks down a floater. Villarias. No go.
Well, make no mistake about it. Itong si Villarias is a knockdown shooter, a premier scorer. Kaya naman ilang games na naging best player of the game rin itong si Villarias.
Yup, took a while for him to adjust sa sistema ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes. But in his last 3 games, really solid for Byron Villarias.
Tsaka tingnan mo yung defense, talagang naka-follow eh. Nobody's getting left behind. No? They're always trail, they always follow. And when you go down offensively, they're very disciplined. And again, that just is the culture that's built by Coach Gerson for Nueva Ecija.
Time winding down in quarter number 1. Gabo, pull up. Actually passing to Mac Aloney as time runs out here in the first quarter. Nueva Ecija Capitals up by 10 points, 24-14 at the end of the first quarter.
Well, early on, though, that ball movement resulting in those triples for Renz Palma, but J-Boy Solis so far being able to keep the Bacolod All-Stars in the game despite the absence of Marquis. But Michael Wico coming up strong with that triple, 2 already in that quarter.
Second quarter in just a bit, don't go away. Good look at the crowd here and the rising city of San Jose del Monte in Bulacan enjoying game number 2 between the Nueva Ecija Capitals and AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus. Ken Panglinan at hand with Coach Mike Perez. Kasama namin si Megan Cabrera and Sam Coloso. Lamang dito ang Nueva Ecija 24-14.
Well, so far Nueva Ecija starting off where they ended game number 1, but beautiful feed inside of that finish by Jerome Garcia. This is one guy I think that they're missing out. Beautiful feed inside, and Macaloni just late on that shot block attempt. And an N1 awarded Jerome Garcia.
Only 1 attempt from beyond the arc for Bacolod, missing on that. Samantala, itong Nueva Ecija Capitals, 5 out of 10 from rainbow distance.
And a knockdown shooter in Jerome Garcia is what they need, especially when you're talking about the Bacolod All-Stars. But look at the intensity of the execution and the deliberate pass there in the corner for Villarias. Just credit the system that they put up para lang ma-set up yung shot na yun ni Villarias.
That's already their 10th assist of the game compared to the 4 of AllStar Bacolod.
Well, remember, they got out-assisted itong Bacolod All-Stars 30-20 in that first, in that game number 1. And really, the ball distribution is incredible para dito sa Nueva Ecija Capitals.
Joey Liu, supalpal ni Macaloni. Gabo scoops it to Bobby Balucanag.
That already is a microcosm of what happens in the system of Nueva Ecija. Good defense on the other end, quick assist on the other side, and a quick basket too.
10 points off turnovers. That's something you don't want to give to Nueva Ecija. 9-2. Joey Liu swings it to Albo. Corner triple, wala. Gabo in transition. Pasa kay Bobby Balucanag na naman!
Boy, Bobby Balucanag played that end-to-end. And if you're Coach Gerson, I think I'm gonna give a special gift to Bobby tonight.
Hindi pa nagmimintis yan. 6 points, 3 out of 3 field goal shooting for the former San Sebastian Stag. 6 seconds to work with. Lau. Pasa kay Albo.
Gotta get up the shot.
At yun na nga, naubusan na sila dito ng 24.
And Bacolod All-Stars looking lost in that 24-second violation. They did know where the clock situation was. As you see that Bobby Balucanag drive. Beautiful right there.
The crowd loving it. And that crowd moment is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako.
Tsaka anyone can take on anyone dito sa Nueva Ecija. Kung malate ka, yung co-cover sa'yo to rotate, halos ganun rin yung intensity sa defense na binibigay
Meanwhile, Joel Liu banks in that floater. 12-point lead ang hinahabol ng Bacolod. Esed Gabo, pasa kay Wico to Villarias. Nahanap si Gabo in the left corner. Too strong. Villarias. That banker drops.
Bang klase talaga yung yung Villarias na yan. He can shoot jumpers, dribble penetrations. And I'd like to see that matchup with Jerome Garcia as well.
Jerome Garcia averaged 14 points in his last season with the Emilio Aguinaldo College in the NCAA. But shot clock winding down na naman for Bacolod. Joel Liu forced to create. And Macaloni gobbles up that miss.
And just one shot attempt every time para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars. Oh, good block there by Adrian Lau.
Great timing there by the former University of Visayas product. Albo recovers the loose ball. Pasa kay Johnson for 3. That's short. Liu, second serving for Bacolod. 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. 14-point lead. Mabasa 12, courtesy of that Lau jumper.
Yeah, they need that from their big guys. Adrian Lau and even Ilagan. They gotta make those baskets. But one guy that's interesting that we need 3-pointers as well from Bacolod All-Stars, talking about Richard Albo.
And Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket. Villarias fires from deep. No. Got to settle down if you're Bacolod. Matagal pa ito. Only a 12-point lead. Pull-up jumper by Garcia is pure. And referee Jojo Belnas signaling for an unsportsmanlike, looks like kontra sa Bacolod as we take a look at that replay. Tinulak.
Oh, there was a push from behind from Arben Johnson. Yeah.
But ang tanong doon, Coach Mike, was it excessive?
Yep.
And after review, Jojo Belnas, sabi niya, normal foul lang.
But yung last na offensive set na yon, as we look at Arben Johnson, called for that foul. Yung last offensive set nitong Bacolod All-Stars when you had Jerome Garcia just really dribbling that leather from backcourt to frontcourt and letting go that top of the key jumper. That's not gonna forever be working. You have to move that ball side to side so that you make the defense work.
Coach Alex Angeles giving floor burn ito si Mark Maloles and Arben Johnson, who did not see action in game number 1. Meanwhile, Pamboy Raimundo with the jumper as we turn you over first to Megan and then to Sam Coloso. Megan?
Ken, ang Bacolod, kailangan lang nilang ituloy ang laro. Para kay Coach Alex, he just wants the guys to play tighter defense and really execute their plays kasi nakalatag na naman ito para sa kanila. Sam?
Thank you, Megan. Sabi ni Coach Gerson Cabiltes from the Nueva Ecija Capitals is to keep the energy they're already putting in and to be more aggressive sa offense. Ken, Coach Mike.
Thank you, Megan Cabrera and Sam, for that report. And itong Bacolod cutting the lead down to 9 points just past the halfway mark of the second quarter. Now, jumper again.
And jumpers just falling here. I liked how they involved previous to that basket. I like how they involved Richard Albo on that two-man game. You gotta milk that as well because you hope that the baskets would come in for the sweet shooting Richard Albo.
Lau started in game number 1, coming off the bench in game number 2. But Siruma again with that 3. He knocked down one of those in game number 1.
You know, one thing that's even more amazing about Nueva Ecija, none of the players in game 1 played more than 24 minutes.
Yun nga lahat sila averaging below 20 minutes.
Correct. The depth of the lineup, Ken, di ba?
Except kay Michael Mabulak. Pero kung titignan mo, 20.4 minutes, parang less than 20 lang din eh.
Right, and if you look at the point distribution, it's almost even on everyone. Sure, you don't have like double digits across the board, but man, those points are really showing the depth of itong Nueva Ecija Capitals.
Meanwhile, Filbasket is brought to you by Seal Fiber, manufactured by Leoni Agri Corporation. In fact, Coach Mike, kung titignan ko yung stats, I think 11 of their players averaging at least 5 points a game, which says a lot about their depth.
That's right. And hindi naman lahat yan nabibigyan ng equal minutes, di ba? I mean, pero yung kahit na saglit lang nakakascore, and the trust on your teammates. Oh, wow.
Si Ruma. Man, Stephen Siruma gaining confidence. But meanwhile, Jerome Garcia, shimmy move. In and out.
But right now, Jerome Garcia taking it on himself to make points para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars. And they need that. They need someone to take over.
Stephen Siruma complaining about something, and referees will review. And I'm sure makita natin sa replay yan. So Siruma, Dionson, nag-iskisan.
Okay. And again, let's not forget, this is game number 2 of a semifinals. The winner here, if Nueva Ecija wins this, they're gonna advance. And really, Bacolod All-Stars, similar to the situation of Tanduay Ram earlier, they're trying to extend this series to a game 3.
Stephen Siruma ang natawagan doon ng sportsman-like foul. So a chance for Bacolod to cut the lead even further. Arben Dionson to the line.
Look at the demeanor of Coach Gerson Cabiltes. Really cool, really calm, thinking about the next possession. And sobrang amazing that he's able to do this. I remember talking to him on that first game that I got to cover them, where the game day after they lost to Tanduay in that opening. So I asked him, "Were you going for a sweep?" He just said, "No, we're just focused on what's at hand now." But I think deep inside, medyo nakafocus sila sa sweep, is more or less mag-gauge mo yung mga players mo against the other teams.
Tulipas, pinasok na dito. Albo. Line drive is no good. As we would like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy. Ball sails out of bounds. So itong AllStar Bacolod still chipping in at the lead, only down by 7 points.
Imagine mo na lang yung challenge dito sa AllStar Bacolod Ballers. But right now they're only down 7, so they're at least keeping this game close.
Under 3 minutes left in quarter number 2. Garcia, floater, short.
Oh,
Second
wow.
serving by Kenneth Tulipas.
They need that. I'm very sure itong si Coach Alex Angeles also very composed right now as you see that finish.
And that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. So si Kenneth Tulipas, I believe Coach Mike na-cover mo na ito eh.
Yep, na-cover ko na siya dati. And a lot of improvements on this guy. We just love this development.
And Nueva Ecija forced into a timeout. They're only down up by 4 points, 38-34 here in the second quarter. officials enjoying the action here in game number 2 of the semifinals between the Nueva Ecija Capitals and the AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus. Commissioner and co-founder of Filbasket, Jai Reyes. At itong crowd natin really excited for this matchup. Tonton Bringas in transition.
Imaginein mo to, Ken. You have Bringas, you have Balucanag, you have Michael Wico, you have JJ Collado, all big guys who can finish on the other end of the floor. Gaano kahirap yung nabantayan, di ba?
Actually, to si Tonton Bringas only averaging 8 minutes per contest. And a foul whistled against Nueva Ecija and back to the line. Itong Bacolod because the Capitals are over the limit.
So far, Coach Alex Angeles, of course, former San Beda Red Lion, very composed as well. But right now, he's got more on his hands as they're trailing in this second quarter of game number 2.
We would like to thank Cantigo Scoreboard Multisports Scoring Solutions. Approaching the 2-minute mark in the first half. 4-point lead for Nueva Ecija. Si Ruma kicks it out. Uyluan fakes off his defender for free. No. Battle for the loose ball. Mukhang matatawagan ang Bacolod ng foul.
JR Taganas, hindi ganun katangkad, hindi ganun kataas lumundag, pero napakatalino, marunong gumamit ng katawan. At ang tendency niya palagi pagka-rebound, pasa kagad eh. Kasi see that, look at that. No way anybody's gonna get to that leather.
Uyluan, pull up, force shot. Ooh! Skying high for that rebound attempt was Tonton Bringas, but bola mapupunta dito sa Bacolod.
But man, if you're watching this from live stream or in Solar Sports, you see that leap, but it's different when you see that live in action. Ang taas ng lundag na yun.
Of course, we're live from Facebook, YouTube, Kumu, and TikTok, and our delayed telecast on Solar Sports. Turnover. Nueva Ecija trying to capitalize. Raimundo, pasa kay Uyluan. Another crack at the free. Wala. Bringas, pull up. Too strong.
Look at that.
Palma drives down the middle. Kicks it out.
3-second violation.
JR Taganas nangitlog doon sa loob.
O kasi yun naman talaga ang trabaho niya. Kailangan niyang mag-abang ng rebound sa loob. No? Kaya doon siya nag-i-stay. But he didn't expect maybe that kick out.
Nomer Gonzalez inserted here as Dionson stretches. No, but Tulipas with that stick back.
Wow, Tulipas so far a gem here for Coach Alex Angeles.
Ken Tulipas. Alala ko, Coach Mike, alam ko na-cover natin sa Metro League to eh.
Yeah, I can't recall, but I recall yung kung anong team specifically.
At si Tulipas na naman, but the defense solid there. Bringas, ni-layup lang.
Layup lang. Alam ko may expected na ako ng chill lang tayo.
Bumuelo eh.
Alam ko magja-Justin Gutang kanina eh.
And interception almost. Tulipas recovers. Pasa kay Johnson. 12 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Garcia.
Galing.
Tignan natin if they will count the basket dahil may foul sa ilalim.
You see that shot, really a shot creator for Jerome Garcia.
So the referees deemed that basket good with the foul whistle kontra sa Bacolod.
And Bacolod All-Stars really keeping this close, just down 2 points in a win-or-go-home game.
42-40 ang ating talaan. Palma, hanap si Tagana sa loob, cross-court, Uyluan. 14 seconds on their shot clock. Raimundo for free.
The guy with the most amazing sneakers here in Filbasket. Grabe ang ganda ng mga sapatos nito. Made that 3.
Johnson. Masyadong malakas yung pasa kay Tulipas. So may pagkakataon pa itong Nueva Ecija to score the last basket here in the first half as a timeout ensues here. Pamboy Raimundo.
Yeah, the guy with the really nice sneakers. Speaking of Pamboy Raimundo, at the peak of that shot.
Time out muna kami, magbabalik po kami dito. Jerome Garcia, strong performance so far for Bacolod with 8 points here in the first half. Only 2.2 seconds left. Lamang dito on Nueva Ecija, 45-40 as they try to close the chapter here in the first half. Villarias, that heave. No go. At ang score natin mananatili 45-40 in favor of Nueva Ecija. Nueva Ecija really solid, but itong AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus keeping in step as both teams really shooting well from the field, Coach Mike.
Yep.
Jerome Garcia so far 8 points, Bobby Balucanag, Michael Wico, and Renz Palma 6 points apiece para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Actually, Nueva Ecija led by double digits here in the second quarter, pero magandang bawi naman para dito sa AllStar Bacolod. As we send you over to Sam Coloso, kasama ngayon si Bobby Balucanag. Sam?
Thanks, Ken. Bobby, medyo lamang nga kayo. What seemed to be working out for you and your team?
Siguro, contain lang namin yung depensa namin at saka konting adjustment lang sa mga pinapagawa ng mga coaches namin. Kasi pumapasok yung mga tira nila eh. Yun lang.
Bobby, how will you sustain this lead up to the second half?
Siguro, sabi lang sa amin ni Coach, gawin lang namin yung game plan namin sa kanila. Kasi hindi pa na matapos itong laro na to eh. Kasi yun lang.
Thank you so much, Bobby, and good luck to you and your team. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
The White Superman, 6 points, perfect shooting as ang kanyang kupunan lamang dito, 45-40 here at halftime.
Not in my house. Let's go! Come on, come on!
Mike, you talk about reaching back and throwing it down.
And the bench loves it. Oh my God!
And on three. 1, 2, 3.
Win.
Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo and chismis, we really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chica to chica.
Para more ang saya.
Get giga-powered na day! My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga-Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in catology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code. Dear classmates, I congratulate us for having the power. Who would have thought one can major in social media, minor in cartology, or major in Mobile Legends, minor in Ensaymada Baking, or major in TikTok, minor in anime studies. Totoo ang chismis. We really can do it all. And since we still have loads to discover, it is time to get giga-powered with Smart Giga-Power. Enjoy 20 gigabytes for all sites and apps for only 149 pesos, so we can jump from app to app, passion to passion, chika to chika.
Para more ang saya. Get giga-powered na day!
My apologies. Download the GigaLife app and choose Giga Power. Simple, smart code.
Back here inside the city of San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan, kung saan lamang ang Nueva Ecija Capitals 45-40 at halftime in game number 2 of their semifinal series. Coach Mike and Ken Pangalinan, and we see the highlights here, Coach Mike.
Yep, and definitely itong ball movement and man movement ng Nueva Ecija in full display on both ends of the floor. But the AllStar Bacolod Ballers actually making a good account of themselves, especially with Jerome Garcia coming in and salvaging those points, combining with J-Boy Solis and later on with Tolipas. And this guy, Pamboy Raimundo, able to close that half. And right now, very close game that we have.
Both teams shooting well from the field, Coach Mike, as we see the other numbers here.
Yep, ang pinaka-glaring dito would be the three-point field goals. The drive and kick, especially in those corner threes, sinking 40% of their 20 attempts itong Nueva Ecija, and assist as well, out-assisting the Bacolod Ballers. And fast breaks, same story with game number 1. Getting out fast break, but at least ngayon meron silang 2 points. If it only because tumigil yung depensa ng Nueva Ecija, that's why they made that basket.
At kung titignan natin yung leading scorers, balancing for both teams.
That's right, and like what we said, Jerome Garcia and J-Boy Solis combining for those points early on until Kenneth Tolipas came in, and Ilagan also able to convert on those two jumpers. More importantly, on the other end, dito makikita yung balance talaga nitong Nueva Ecija, because 6 points from Balucanag, Michael Wico on those 2 triples, Renz Palma on those 2 triples, and Michael Mabulak with only 5 points and very limited minutes here in the first half.
Meanwhile, Megan Cabrera together, matching colors with the assistant coach of Bacolod, Coach RB Bringas.
Maraming salamat, Ken. Ayan nga, tulagan nang nabanggit ninyo, kasama natin one of the assistant coaches for the Bacolod squad, Coach RB. At some point, lumamang ng 14 ang Nueva Ecija, pero prove nyo talaga na hindi kayo magpapabaon this time. Now you're only down by 5. But what are we struggling with exactly?
Actually, yung ano lang namin, yung transition defense namin, kasi tumatakbo sila every time na may opportunity silang tumakbo, tatakbo talaga sila. So kailangan namin makastop para matigil namin yung fast break points nila.
Ano ang mga little details na ipa-fine tune natin para makabawi tayo doon?
So yun nga, so dapat kailangan pa rin namin mag-communicate sa loob ng court para malaman namin kung sino kukuha sa fast break points, sino magsi-safety. So yun, kailangan pa rin namin stop para makuha rin namin tong game 1. Hopefully, makuha namin tong game 2.
Thank you so much, Coach RB. Good luck to you and your team. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Megan. My apologies, everyone. That was Coach RB Mangahas, the former FEU Tamaro. Pareho FEU kasi. Yung Bringas ay Mangahas.
That happens on live TV. But that's okay. But, you know, yung on point, as we see the big guys of Filbasket line there, sarap ng upo nila. Ken, pwede kayong tumabi doon.
The big three. The commissioner and co-founder, Jai Reyes, Dino Lee, and the hoop junkie, Pat Edroso, as we start the third quarter.
Don't forget the Zen Master.
The Zen Master, that's right. Coach Gerson Cabildes. All business here. 5-point lead for the Capitals. Bitoon, pasa kay Wico. Villarreal starting out the third. And great tap there by Alwin Alday. Casino. Drives and uncontested on that layup.
One of the very few times na walang recovery yung defense ng Nueva Ecija.
Bitoon, sasamahan siya dito ni Villarreal, Collado, Mabulak, and Michael Wico. For Bacolod, same starters. They started out in the first quarter. Alday, Casino, Solis, Ilagan, and Viloria. And on that drive, Michael Wico hacked there by Alwin Alday.
Well, you gotta give credit to Alwin right there as we see that open lane drive on the left floor.
Rare miscue on defense by the Capitals. Wico empty on that first free throw.
I was going to say that Alwin Alday did a good job of standing his ground against Michael Wico, but when that shot went up really late on that attempt to defend.
Bacolod hindi pa lumalamang dito, but they're only down by 3 points. They trailed by as much as 14 points in the first half. Baseline inbounds, Villarreal kontra ay Alday. And solid defense there by Alwin Alday, as happily as available via grab delivery and takeout.
This is a good opportunity to look to equalize with a 3.
Solis, solid from mid-range.
Joy Boy's been very solid on the perimeter. Those wing shots, yun talaga yung tira niya, that flows within the triangle offense.
Pagkakataon for Bacolod for their first lead of the game. Solis, nagulat pa, libreng-libre sa loob.
And 4 straight points, pinuwestra pa yung floater niya yon. And isa na ang lamang ng AllStar Bacolod Ballers, and Coach Gerson not pressing that panic button just yet.
Mabulak trying to post up itong si Raymond Dilagan. Fadeaway jumper. At so far, Nueva Ecija hasn't scored in the third.
And credit those stops, starting with that Alday check on Michael Wico.
Solis, no good. And foul whistled against Raymond Dilagan. But to open things up in the third quarter, 6 unanswered points for Bacolod.
Yep, and itong si Ilagan continues to contest that last call by the officials.
Approaching the 8-minute mark of the third. Tanda natin, Nueva Ecija up 1-0 in this best-of-3 series.
And they have yet to score in the third.
Wico, pasa kay Villarias. Attacks the closeout. Ooh!
Oh, offensive foul here. Called on Villarias.
So solid defense there by Casino. Villarias trying to force the issue. And great positioning there by JK Casino.
And that's sacrificing your body right there. Taking that charge.
Casino slow to get up. Casino starting this game. In the first game, it was Joel Liu starting at the point guard position. May review muna on that last play.
Oh, there's the review that's going on. But if you're Coach Alex Angeles, you like how your team is starting this quarter. 6-0 run, not letting Nueva Ecija score. And Nueva Ecija got good looks on that post up by Mabulak, on that shot from top of the key by Villarias, on that drive by Wico, on that other drive as well. And that's an unsportsmanlike that's been escalated.
So unsportsmanlike foul. So Byron Villarias tinawagan dito ng unsportsmanlike foul after that drive. Take a look here after that drive, Coach Mike.
I guess it was maybe the elbow to the face.
Obvious naman hindi sadya pero tumama kasi sa mukha
Right. Tumama kasi.
So Casino troops to the free throw line. Chance for them to increase their lead.
And with what's at stake, pag tinignan mo yung dalawang coach, kalmado lang no? Parang chill lang. Wala pa nagpe-press ng panic button. And when you look at Coach Alex Angeles, he's really just observing and trying to see what other adjustments he could go along the way as they go up against the powerhouse team of Nueva Ecija.
Meanwhile, magkipagchikahan muna tayo kay Sam Coloso and Megan Cabrera.
Thanks, Ken. Para sa Nueva Ecija Capitals, Coach Gerson was not happy with what turned out on the second quarter. Sabi ni Coach, we were all out but we were relaxed. This time, I want a switch. I want you to sprint. Sabi din ni Coach, he wants more controlled rebounds and he wants the team to push harder. At the end of the day, it goes down to the willingness and determination. Sabi ni Coach, come out stronger on the second half. Ano balita dyan, Megan?
Sam, for Coach Alex of the Bacolod squad, on the other hand, he reminded the team of their flow. Sabi niya, kapag binamadali nila ang play, it leads to turnovers. But when they are relaxed, mas nakakapag-execute sila. So they really pushed for that atmosphere. Here in the second half, they want to really play with finesse and close out on the little details that can make or break their game. Ken and Coach Mike?
Thank you, Megan and Sam. Coach Mike, 10-0 ang talaan dito sa third quarter, kaya labang ngayon ng Bacolod 50-45.
Tama, and they've gotten into every action there is para dito sa Nueva Ecija, but able to defend itong Bacolod All-Stars. But that time around, tinawagan ng foul.
nung Game 1, Coach Mike, hindi nakakalayo for the most part itong Nueva Ecija kontra sa Bacolod. But here in Game 2, a totally different story. Lumayo ngayon Nueva Ecija ng onte pero nakahabol agad at lamang na dito itong AllStar Bacolod.
That's one of the oldest, I guess, strategies. If you're the, I guess, the less, powerful team, you just try to keep the game close. And if you got a chance at the end to beat them, at least arm's length, diba? Hindi yung malaki yung hinahabol mo lamang.
Meanwhile, Byron Villarreal ending the drought for Nueva Ecija after 3 minutes, cutting the lead down to 2 points. Viloria, after that horn set, pulls up, short.
And Cranial Viloria trying to get into the act para sa Bacolod All-Stars.
Floater ni Wico, may clip, but Michael Mabulak with the putback.
Would be interesting to see the percentage of Nueva Ecija in this quarter.
Alday kontra ay Villarreal. Casino being denied by Gabo. Lau attacks baseline.
Ganda.
Adrian Lau, 6 points.
Froze Michael Mabulak on that baseline defense and finished quickly with that left hand.
2-point lead for Bacolod. Foul whistle kontra dito kay Adrian Lau.
Mahirap as we see this move. Jab, goes left, immediately finishing no nalaman niyang late na si Michael Mabulak.
And that move of the game is brought to you by Puregold.
Ang mahirap dito kay Michael Mabulak, kahit na banggay mo na sa ilalim, parang wala lang no? Sobrang lakas ng katawan. He's so crafty and he's got really good footwork that makes it difficult for any defender to challenge him, especially on the post.
Pero mintis siya doon, actually not hitting the rim on that second free throw. Just a 1-point lead for Bacolod. Under 6 minutes left. Casino, pasa kay Viloria. Back to JK.
They gotta move that ball quickly.
Being hounded here by Hesed Gabo. 7 seconds. Solis, extra pass. Alday open free. That's too strong.
Pero the presence of mind of J-Boy Solis, free na siya dun kanina, pero nakita niya may nag-close out, so nag-hockey pass pa siya kay Alwin.
J-Boy Solis leading all scorers so far with 10 points. Casino baseline inbounds. Pasa kay Lau. Kontra kay Mabulak. Drags right, spins left.
Oh!
Denied by Mabulak. Gabo, pasa kay Michael Wico.
Oh! You get him that close to the basket, talagang i-score ang kanya ni Michael Wico.
Palitan ng lamang ulit. Nueva Ecija up by 1, approaching the halfway point of the third. Casino, nahanap si J-Boy. Kicks it out. Lau, mid-range jumper, too strong. Battle for the loose ball. Alday. Sayang.
Oh, and Alday down on the floor.
Villarreal for free. And caught pushing off itong si Michael Wico kontra dito kay Cranial Viloria.
Yeah, I was going to say kanina, nakita niyo yung pasa na nakuha sa loob ni J-Boy Solis. Yun yung I think medyo kailangang i-review or adjustment kay Coach Gerson Cabiltes on that hard show after a two-man game. When that guy rolls, naiiwan so matagal yung balik para dun sa roller. I'm sure he's gonna tell that to his team later on when they get a chance.
Counter adjustment after counter adjustment for both coaches. Gerson Cabiltes versus Alex Angeles, as Wilson is the official game ball of the 2022 Filbasket. Dribbling violation, costly turnover for Cranial Viloria.
Sayang yung mga possessions na ganon, mas lalo as you go up with the bigger guy. Oh yeah, definitely that's a lift. Tama.
Natawagan ng palming violation. The former Arellano standout. Hesed. Pasa kay Wico. Side steps. No good. Balukanag grabs the loose ball.
Balukanag is the most consistent so far para dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Casino pasa dito kay Viloria. Back to JK. Kontra kay Gabo. Swings it to Solis.
Galing.
Lau. Short stab is no good. Balukanag drives down the lane and backs it in. Flexing his guns.
If he's got that body leaning already mid-air, wala ka na magagawa. Ang lakas ng katawan eh.
And magandang bawi para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Lamang ulit sila dito ng 5 puntos. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Viloria being hounded by a double team. And foul whistled against one of the Michaels.
And so far, that ploy of blitzing that two-man game.
And that move of the game is brought to you by Puregold. Bobby Balukanag powering his way through.
Daming Superman sa Nueva Ecija, no?
Oh, yeah, white Superman yan, si
Ayan pa
Bobby.
isa, oh.
Will McAloney inserted here, as well as Ken Tulipas.
Oh!
Knockout play.
And boy, Coach Alex Angeles really doing his homework from game number 1. And the adjustments that he makes.
Balukanag thwarted by the defense. Approaching the 3-minute mark.
We'll see how they cover this two-man game. Now they switch it.
And Coach Alex Angeles going deep into his bench. Carl Soriano inserted here in the 3rd. Casino. Nahanap si Tulipa sa loob. Casino, pasa kay Albo. Flicks that shot, wala. Soriano gives him another opportunity.
Oh!
Garcia, too strong. And Will McAloney and Ken Tulipas colliding there.
The referees are going to review the last play. All players, please.
And on that, tinamaan ba doon si Tulipas? Natatawa kasi ako kay Richard Albo. Noong nakahinga si Ken Tulipas, pabangon na siya. Sabi ni Albo, humiga ka lang, baka matawagan ng flagrant ng unsportsmanlike rather. So trying to outsmart the other team. You know, you'll take it if you're Bacolod.
Right. But so far, itong coverage, I think at least for that last one na nag-two-man game, itong Nueva Ecija, they made adjustments already. They did a switch. Hindi na nila biniblitz yung guy with yung guard. And so we'll see if they'll be able to sustain that.
So looks like matatawagan ng technical foul. Ito si Will McAloney.
Yeah, hindi rin kasi mai-extend ni McAloney yung left hand niya. Probably he was trying to dribble going down court. So to free it up, he had to do that swing. And unfortunately, he got called.
Technical free throw for Bacolod.
J.K. Casino with the technical free throw. So Will McAloney pupunta rin sa free throw line dahil penalty na itong AllStar Bacolod.
2 free throws for
Will McAloney so far for Nueva Ecija. Scoreless so far. Missing on that first free throw. J.K. Casino and Hezet Gabo having a chat. Hezet Gabo, makulit talaga yan eh.
Makikipagkwentuhan talaga eh, no?
McAloney with his first point brings the lead up to 3 points, 58-55, and full court pressure being employed by Nueva Ecija.
Now they gotta recover on the other end.
Soriano. Albo sa loob, nahanap si Tulipas. Turnover here.
Those extra dribbles helped Nueva Ecija recover defensively. They should have taken that shot early.
And Filbasket is brought to you by Silyong Fiber, manufactured by Leone Agri Corporation. Gabo. Counter steal by Tulipas. Soriano, pinasok lang dito sa third. Garcia gets hammered there by Uyloan.
And these guys are not going out. Ito, speaking of the Bacolod All-Stars, look at that once again. Jerome Garcia trying to finish.
Sabi ni Uyloan, bola daw. But Jay Gars to the line for 2 free throws.
Garcia, of course, tong streak shooter na player na to. I remember yung Garcia versus Garcia battle with ICC. Threes after threes just falling in that match. Right now he's got 9 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
Knocks down both free throws. 2 minutes remaining, just a 1-point lead for Nueva Ecija here in the third quarter. Gabo kontra kay Casino. Using that McAloney screen. Cross court to Palma. Scoops it up and turnover na naman for Nueva Ecija.
In game number 1, I said that Bacolod All-Stars played a near-perfect third quarter which kept the game close. And right now, the third quarter continues to be a strength para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars.
And we would like to thank our prize money sponsor, Medisure Pharmacy. Casino, nahanap si Tulipas sa loob. Ken Tulipas, quality minutes so far. 9 points.
They're calling the phone play here.
Gabo. Nahanap si McAloney trying to power his way, and he does against the defense of Ken Tulipas.
The creativity of McAloney going the other side for that basket.
1 minute left. Isa pa rin ang kalamangan ng Nueva Ecija. Casino directing traffic. Pulls up. That's short. And bola pupunta dito sa Nueva Ecija.
Coach Alex Angeles was actually asking for a stagger involving etong si Richard Albo. Probably he wanted to do a flare after that two-man game.
And that assist delivery of the game is brought to you by Happily, which is now available by a grab, delivery, and takeout. Jonathan Uyloan buries that triple.
Finally, Uyloan seeing that ball go through that net. Sometimes that's all you need to start something going for you.
And Bacolod unable to cross the half-court line. 8-second backward violation.
And everybody's all pumped now sa Nueva Ecija, but Coach Gerson Cabiltes immediately sends in Chris Bitoon for Balucanag.
24 seconds left sa quarter number 3. Nueva Ecija up by 4, 63 to 59. Gabo, same play. Bitoon drives middle, kicks it out. Uyloan trying to go. Actually, a long two. I was about to say going to go back-to-back triples. But nonetheless, 6-point lead for Nueva Ecija. Tulipas. Nasundutan doon. As the quarter ends here, lamang dito ang Nueva Ecija, 65 to 59.
And I love that Coach Gerson called that play, that thumbs-up play, kick out and all. But Bobby Balucanag coming to the rescue in the third quarter, restoring order. But the interior passing of the Bacolod All-Stars and that kick out of that second consecutive three for Uyloan, finally setting the tone towards the end of the third for Nueva Ecija.
6-point lead for Nueva Ecija, fourth quarter in just a bit. Back here in the city of San Jose del Monte Sports Complex in Bulacan for Game 2 between the Nueva Ecija Capitals and the AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus. Will Macaloni with 3 points. Ako po si Ken Pangalinan alongside Coach Mike Perez. Kasama din si Megan Cabrera and Sam Coloso as Richard Albo opens things up in the fourth with the triple.
Good set play coming off a break from the start of the quarter. And parang ininegate yung 3 points kanina as we see the scoring by quarters. Almost balance lahat, but it's really in the second quarter and in the third na somehow nagpapalitan lang ng puntos itong dalawang team na to.
So sa mga tumututok lang ngayong laro na ito, itong Nueva Ecija led throughout the first half. Actually led, their biggest lead was 14 points. And they led at the half 45-40. Pero itong AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus 10-0 run to open the third quarter. Lumamang pa sila ng 5 puntos. But itong Nueva Ecija recovering just in time. Kaya lamang sila dito ng 4 points, 66-62.
And when you look at the players now on the floor para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars, you got 3 guards, all-scorer combined with Richard Albo. So we expect na malamang ito mga setup nito, mga drive and kick for open threes because they want Nueva Ecija to close out long.
And the players inside for Bacolod, Lee Yu, Viloria, Ilagan, Alwin Alday, and Richard Albo, as we remind you that our prize money sponsor is a Medisure Pharmacy.
Here's that staggering, and that's what they wanted to do to set up a flare for Richard Albo. But Viloria not quick to read that.
Crossover, pasa kay Albo, this time from mid-range, in and out. Palma, mga kasama niya dito, Gabo, Uyloan, Taganas, and Michael Mabulak.
Yun mismo yung play na kanina pa sinisenyas ni Coach Alex Angeles kay Casino.
Good swipe by Joel Liu. Alday. Pasa kay Albo. Umatake sa loob. Great challenge.
That's the price if you always gamble on out in transition. You have to be able to recover kagad. And that time around, late yung recovery kaya easy basket na naman para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars.
Richard Albo with 8 points. Uyloan for 3!
Oh! And he's dancing to it. Wow, and Uyloan waxing here. 3 straight triples. 2 of them at the third, 1 at the fourth.
All of his 8 points here in the second half. Lee Yu using that double screen. Pasa kay Viloria. Ganda ng slip doon ni Albo.
Exactly.
And he knocks it down.
That's one thing that Viloria did not do earlier. Immediately when you get that letter, don't look to shoot. Give that hockey pass over to Albo. You gotta ride the hot hand.
Ganda ng play na yon, cutting the lead down to 3 points. Just under 8 minutes left in the fourth. Gabo, kontra dito kay Liu. Drives, pulls up. Wow! Hesed Gabo.
There's one player that could really turn on his game anytime. Hesed Gabos, one of the really good ones.
The former finals MVP noong nakarang Filbasket Subic Bubble. Joel Liu kicks it out. Ilagan. Wala. Battle for the loose ball. As Alwin Alday runs out of real estate. So nag-timeout muna dito si Coach Gerson Cabiltes. His team is up by 5 points, 72-67. Magbabalik po kami. Back here in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan for the continuation of Game 2 between Nueva Ecija and Bacolod. Pero bago yon, makikibalita muna tayo kay Megan Cabrera and Sam Coloso.
Ken, for the Bacolod team, they will not give this last quarter up. May sagot na plano sina coach and they really want to execute. Still, ang constant reminder ni Coach Alex throughout this game, alagaan ng husto ang bola. Sam?
Megan, sabi ni Coach Gerson from the Nueva Ecija Capitals, he wants his players to switch hard. Sabi din ni Coach, he wants his players to go hard on offense and transition defense. Ken, Coach Mike?
Thank you, Sam and Megan. Nueva Ecija holding a 5-point lead with 7 minutes and 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Loving this chess match between Coach Gerson and Coach Alex Angeles. Tactic after tactic getting changed in this game.
Bitoon, pasa kay Uyloan. Pumukol na naman sa tres. This time it's short. Alday. So far, scoreless here. As Uyloan whistled for that foul.
Well, I guess that's one aspect of the game. Pag medyo pagod ka na, you're gonna be most probably late on defense. Kaya nagpapalit na kagad si Jonathan Uyloan after making up 3 threes in that last trip.
Nagulat ako, Alwin Alday still scoreless here. 0 of 4. Viloria pumukol sa tres. Too strong.
And for sure, you feel that Coach Gerson means business now. He's got his own version of the Bruce brothers in Collado and Michael Mabulak on the floor at the same time.
Bitoon, guarded by Liu. Michael Wigo. Villarias, 7 seconds sa kanyang shot clock. Pulls up from beyond the arc. No good. Bola mananatili sa Nueva Ecija. Michael Mabulak sa loob.
And when Coach Gerson said you have to play hard, exactly what we just witnessed there from the Capitals.
3-possession ball game. Approaching the 6-minute mark of the fourth quarter. Ilagan kontra ay Collado. Big time matchup. Down low. And foul dito si JJ Collado.
And the gentle giant in JJ admitting.
And that pass by Wigo setting up itong si Mabulak, and that assist delivery is brought to you by Happily, which is now available via Grab Delivery and Takeout. Albo, pasa kay J. Gars. 9 seconds sa kanilang shot clock. Garcia, crossover. Pulls up. Knocks it down.
Wow.
It's been Jerome Garcia leading the way with 12 points.
Rocking his defender to sleep. And once that nap came in, starting shooting that leather.
Bitoon counters with a triple.
Iba na talaga yung kumpiyansa nitong si Chris Bitoon after winning those back-to-back best player of the game.
Bitoon so far 6 points. Joel Liu nagtitimon para sa Bacolod. 8 ang kanilang hinahabol. Kicks it out. Alday. Still nothing.
Medyo forced yung mga tira ni Alwin lately So parang medyo nagmamadali. Parang ganun. Unlike his previous attempts before.
Chance to add on to the lead. Villarias settles for that banker.
Villarias just wiped out the defense of Garcia.
Does Bacolod have one more run in them? They are trailing by 10 points. Garcia steps back, pulls up. That's short. Bitoon. At libre doon si Michael Mabulak, forcing Coach Alex Angeles to call timeout.
Wow, and when Coach Gerson says, you gotta play hard, that's what the response is from Nueva Ecija, as we see Michael Mabulak leaking out after that outlet by Chris Bitoon, to the delight of the crowd of Nueva Ecija.
And that instant replay is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. 12-point lead. Pagbabalik po kami. Michael Mabulak, another yeoman's job. 12.6 rebounds, 2 assists for the former JRU big man.
Sobrang halos effortless kung titingnan mo yung mga puntos na yun para kay Michael Mabulak.
12-point lead for Nueva Ecija. Kung manalo sila dito, Coach Mike, it's a rematch of the last year's finals, San Juan kontra Nueva Ecija. Although ang nirepresent nila was AICC Manila, pero yung majority of the core ng team na yun kabilang dito sa Nueva Ecija Capitals. Jump ball at bola mapupunta dito sa Nueva Ecija.
And so if that series does happen, it's gonna be San Juan, as we see this jump, that steal rather by Michael Mabulak.
That swarming defense causing problems for JK Casino. Dito on, pasa dito kay Wico, kontra dito kay Garcia. Posting him up. Adrian Lau, all the help. Natawagan ng foul doon. Ayan, natawagan si Coach Alex Angeles, really begging for that. What do you think, Coach Mike?
Because Adrian felt that he got ball. Maybe there was contact, that's what he's saying, but it's not on his side.
Lumapit na si Coach Alex Angeles eh. Siya na yung mismo nagsabi, technical mo ko kasi didn't really like that call.
Second team foul. Technical foul on AllStar Bacolod. Head coach Alexander Angeles for entering the court.
And when you kept this game really close, only to be on this run with Nueva Ecija, ganyan talaga ang lalabas, yung frustration, especially if you felt na you were on the right track to extending this to a game 3.
Dami mo kasing kailangan pagdaanan if you're Bacolod as Michael Wico, 8 points. Finally knocking down a free throw, 1 out of 3.
So dalawa doon sa 8 points na yun, 3-pointers ni Michael Wico.
1 out of 4. 14-point lead by Nueva Ecija, approaching the 4-minute mark of the fourth. Alday still scoreless. Pasa kay Casino. Pumira sa 3. That's short.
They did well with that staggered. I'm not so sure kung bakit bigla. Well, probably because wala na si Albo sa loob ng floor. That's why they're not going to that play anymore.
Bacolod missing Mark Yee in this semifinals.
Oh, wow!
And beautiful basketball. Coach Alex Angeles burning his very last timeout dahil lamang na dito ang Nueva Ecija by 16 points, 85-69.
One jab left to the dribble penetration and that finish for Michael Mabulak.
That crowd moment is brought to you by Smart. Simple, smart ako. So ceasefire muna tayo, we'll be right back. Michael Wico, as usual, all-around performance. 9 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Three minutes and 38 seconds left. 16-point lead being enjoyed by the Capitals. Pastias. Pasa kay Gonzalez. Pasa dito kay Johnson. Mabulak. And totally different vibe on the floor for Coach Alex Angeles, Coach Mike.
I'm not sure if this is a sign of they're throwing in the towel or maybe just a tactic to find out if there's something na magbibigay nitong mga bagong players from Bacolod All-Stars.
Oh, minsan baka may mabunot pa eh.
May magic, diba? So they pulled out all his starters and And Coach Alex Angeles continues to jaw with the officials.
Manageable pa naman itong kalamangan eh. Still a lot of time. 3 minutes and 6 seconds left in the fourth. But visibly frustrated ito si Coach Alex Angeles sa mga tawagan.
Right there on that drive, I guess that was Tulipas. Sometimes when you look at it, talagang nauna lang doon sa spot na yun si Michael Mabulak eh.
Sayang eh kasi maganda na yung bawi ng Bacolod. They were trailing by 5 points at halftime.
Even led in the third, right?
Yup, 10-0 run. They had the 5-point lead. But itong Nueva Ecija, as always, grinding it out. Unti-unti ka talagang pinupukpok eh.
Correct. And yung mga weapons nila talagang isa-isang dineploy eh.
Battle for the loose ball. May foul ulit kontra dito sa Capitals. So the 5 on the floor for Coach Alex Angeles. You have John Pastias, Arvin Yonson, Carl Soriano, Nomer Gonzalez seeing his first action. At ito si Ken Tulipas. And to make matters worse, matatawagan ng technical foul itong Bacolod for improper bench decorum. Pamboy Raimundo rushing to the free throw line for the technical foul shot.
And 16-point deficit, what was once a lead for the AllStar Bacolod team. Just Coach Alex Angeles not knowing what to do anymore. They made a run, but couldn't sustain it once the weapons of Nueva Ecija came back.
Si Coach Gerson Cabiltes, unti-unti na rin ini-empty ang kanyang bench. Stephen Siruma and Tonton Bringas pinasok na rin dito along with Philip Manalang.
So looking ahead now, if at the rate that we're going with a 17-point lead and under 3 minutes remaining, it's highly probable that it's going to be Nueva Ecija versus San Juan in the finals.
Pero ito, parang may unsportsmanlike foul na tinawag, parang landing spot ah. Tingnan natin on the replay. John Pastias attempting a triple. Challenge there. Actually, si ano pala. So actually, parang away from the play. Yun nangyari doon. Gotta see the replay there.
See what happened there. There's that three.
Parang landing spot nga, no? Tingnan natin hatol nitong mga referees. Ma'am Tano, good job so far here in our game. At yun, tinawagan nga si JJ Collado. Hindi binigyan ng landing space. Yung 3-point shooter.
You gotta give him an area to land.
So si Soriano pala ay pumukol ng 3, not Pastias.
Okay.
Parehong 8 kasi, 88 saka 8.
Oo nga. Pero with how things are, and highly probable it'll be a San Juan Nueva Ecija matchup in the finals. Maybe it's another opportunity for San Juan to say, remember that Tanduay series, we proved that they're a fluke? Or prove maybe that your championship last year was also a fluke. Magandang challenge yan, magandang labanan yan sa finals. And of course, Coach Gerson, knowing the quality of time that they did in preparation for this team, and the want to be back-to-back champions in Filbasket, but at least the core group, no, different different team name lang.
So 16-point lead pa rin for Nueva Ecija. Coach Mike, how big was the loss of Marquis in the series?
Oh, in situations like this, lalo in third quarter, wherein lumamang na sila, he could have been that solid guy that would have gathered everyone and said, look, hindi pa tapos tong laro. We still have to continue to play. And right now, Nueva Ecija on a 9-1 run, and just no answer at that point from AllStar Bacolod Ballers.
Yun yung big difference to open this game up. Dahil for the most part, dikit naman yung labanan eh. And unsportsmanlike foul na naman. Gotta be careful here. Especially if you're Nueva Ecija. Papasok kayo ng finals. You don't want any suspensions or any untoward incident here. Take a look.
There was a sandwich actually on Philip Manalang.
So si Tolipas yung nakakiskisan doon ni Philip Manalang. Tingnan natin. Pastias, Stephen Siruma nagkasagutan.
All players, please proceed to the shaded area in front of your respective benches.
16-point lead for Nueva Ecija, 86-70. Still 2 minutes and 23 seconds left.
But it feels like in 2:23 is already an eternity because of all these stoppage of play. And officials just really trying to make sure that they got everything covered.
Gotta take another look at what happened there. So ito mga third stringers na yung pinasok dito ni Coach Alex Angeles. John Pastias kontra dito kay Stephen Siruma. Coach Jojo Belnas in the middle. Tinawagan ng double technical yung dalawa. Pastias saw limited minutes nung game number 1.
And yung malaking what if nga, what if Marquis got to play in game 1 and game 2? Remember yung laban nila versus San Juan, they were already down in the eliminations and still found a way to turn that to a win for Bacolod All-Stars.
And another missing link para dito sa AllStar Bacolod, Alwin Alday, scoreless. 0 out of 5 shooting. Alam naman na natin yung kalidad nito ni Mr. All-Day, Alwin Alday.
Yeah, tsaka yung mga knockdown threes niya, hand in face, no defender below him. This time around, parang he really looks more of hurrying his shots.
Di lang pala si Alwin Alday, Graniel Viloria also scoreless
din,
after scoring 15 points in game number 1.
Oh yeah, scoreless si Graniel?
Oh yan, 0 points.
Wow.
So, very unfortunate turn of events in the latter stages of the 4th quarter. So ito.
As you see again here, look at that. After that screen, he got sandwiched.
Technical foul on AllStar Bacolod's number 8, Janjan Bastias for taunting. Technical foul on Nueva Ecija Capitals number 20, Stephen Siruma for taunting. AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus number 8, Janjan Bastias out of the playing court. Nueva Ecija Capitals number 20, Stephen Siruma out of the playing court.
So both players now out of the playing court.
Yup. So i-recap lang natin, Coach Mike. So
foul and technical foul.
So ito si John Pastias natawagan ng unsportsmanlike foul. And then after that play, nagkasagutan sila ni Stephen Siruma kaya tinawagan din siya ng technical foul. Si Stephen Siruma tinawagan din ng technical foul but earlier in the game, natawagan din siya ng unsportsmanlike foul kaya out na rin siya sa larong ito.
Right.
So that's gonna be big.
Yeah, because this will result in a series of free throws.
And I'm not sure if Stephen Siruma's gonna be able to play in game number 1, which is very important. Kalaban nila, San Juan Knights in the finals. Although di pa naman tapos itong larong ito. Still a lot of time left. 16-point lead. Manageable, but pinasok na kasi third stringers dito eh.
Wala na yung mga starters ng Bacolod Ballers.
So unless itong Bacolod outperforms expectations, but Conton Bringa sabi, easy lang kayo. 19-point lead na para dito sa Nueva Ecija. Soriano pull up. No. And that last 2 minutes is brought to you by Smart. Simple. Smart ako.
And what could have been a really good run in the first quarter para dito sa Bacolod All-Stars with J-Boy Solis contributing and Garcia as well.
Actually, J-Boy Solis, solid.
Yeah.
10 points. Pero yun nga, yung Cranial Viloria and Alwin Alday combined scoreless. Mabigat yun para sa Bacolod.
Well, we mentioned that in the pregame that for Bacolod All-Stars to win, they gotta play almost a perfect game. And they did at a certain point until everything just falling Nueva Ecia's way.
But kung balikan natin as a whole yung season nitong All-Star Bacolod, Coach Mike, what a run for them. Beating the likes nitong San Juan Knights, almost beating the Tanduay Masters. Finished third in the elimination round with a 7-4 mark. Gutted it out against a tough AFP FSD Makati side in the quarters, but he ran into a wall against Nueva Ecija.
Yep, in the manner by which these guys played, especially pag nandoon si Marquis sa loob ng floor, makikita mo yung talagang siya yung nagtitimon. Tinatawag niya lahat ng mga players, "Come here, I want to talk to you. Let's do this, let's do that." And as I was talking to J-Boy Solis early in this season, he says that napakataas ng respeto nila kay Marquis and really is the leader for the AllStar Bacolod Ballers.
Meanwhile, Nueva Ecija will go back to the finals. Tandaan natin, they lost their opening assignment kontra sa Tanduay Masters. And since then, Coach Mike, they've been unbeatable. 13 straight wins.
Yes. And when you look at the stat line of that very first game, halos lahat yun favoring more of Nueva Ecija. And so so when I talked to Coach Gerson, I said, yun nga, did you feel that you would have won that game? He said he don't want to talk about it anymore because he wants to move on to the next games that's ahead of them.
The horn sounds. Nueva Ecija pulls through here. 88-72. Sweeping itong All-Star Ballers, Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus. But if you're Bacolod, nothing to be ashamed of.
Oh yeah.
A valiant effort. Kahit wala si Marquis, lumaban sila hanggang sa dulo. But itong Nueva Ecija, just too much in the tank. 88-72.
And it wasn't easy getting into the top Final Four team in the semi-final. So they had to go beat the likes of Kuala Lumpur. They went ahead in terms of standings versus Zamboanga, Muntinlupa, which is on paper a really strong team. So you gotta credit the All-Star Bacolod Ballers as well and the coaching staff of Coach Alex Angeles for steering them in the Final Four team here in Filbasket.
Nueva Ecija exerting dominance all throughout the tournament. Maganda yung pinakita nila dito. Tandaan natin, last season, they were representing AICC Manila. Finished with a 7-3 mark to lead the elimination round. Tinalo din nila San Juan Knights in the best-of-3 series that went down the wire. All the way, Game 3, nanalo San Juan Game 1, Game number 2. Pumawi sila in Game number 3, pulling off the finishing touches to win that championship nung Filbasket Subic Championship.
Well, I guess the good thing here, if you're Coach Alex Angeles, is you know already the pieces that you need to be able to be competing in the next season of Filbasket. And so I guess they'll be rebuilding on the weapon and the players that they would eventually be part of the next team.
Handa na si Sam Coloso with our Puregold Best Player of the Game. Walang iba kundi si the White Superman, Bobby Balucanag.
Thanks, Ken. Kasama ko nga ngayon ang ating Puregold Best Player of the Game, Bobby Balucanag. Bobby, it was a roller coaster ride for Game 2. Pero sabi nga ni Coach, push hard at tag-push nga kayo ngayon. Kasama na kayo sa finals.
Unang-una, thank you sa Panginoon na binigay sa amin itong panalo na ito. Sabi lang sa amin ni Coach, contain lang namin yung kung ano yung mga pinapagawa sa amin ng mga coaches. Tapos, yung puntos darating naman sa amin eh. Yan lang.
Bobby, sabi ni Coach, it's all about the willingness and the determination. Paano nyo yun bibit-bitin papuntang finals?
Siguro, lalo na San Juan yung mga kalaban namin. May 3 days pa naman kami para mag-prepare sa finals. para sa game namin sa Wednesday. Yun lang.
Bobby, batiin mo na pamilya mo, fans mo.
Unang-una, binabati mo nga pala si Honorable Mayor Ryan Cuevas, si Boss Bong Cuevas, si Boss Ivan Cuevas, si Miss Bian Cuevas, to all Novesiano para sa iyo itong game na ito. Binabati ko nga rin pala yung pamilya ko dyan sa Nueva Ecija, yung Balucanag family, yung misis ko nanonood ngayon, si Jamil, si Zoe, si Ibo, saka yung pamangkin ko, si Cyrus, saka si Clint. Binabati ko nga rin pala yung Tito Crispy ni Papa J, saka yung Daily Bread ni Boss Chen sa Basila. Yun lang.
Congratulations to you and your team, Bobby. Back to you, Ken and Coach Mike.
Thank you, Sam. The native of Lupao, Nueva Ecija, doing wonders for Nueva Ecija Capitals. They win it 88-72 here in game number 2, sweeping their best of 3 series kontra dito sa AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus.
And so after all the dust has cleared dito sa mga Final Four teams nila, we're back to where we are. San Juan versus Nueva Ecija. Boy, that's gonna be a dandy. San Juan, of course, wanting to prove that they deserve that championship, and Nueva Ecija wanting to impose that we are going to be the champions again under Coach Gerson Cabiltes.
Ilang araw lang ang kailangan nyong hintayin mga ka-Filbasket dahil game number 1 of the finals between Nueva Ecija and San Juan. This Wednesday na po yan, 6 p.m. You can catch it on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Kumu, and our delayed telecast on Solar Sports. So that does it for the semifinals. Earlier, San Juan beating Tanduay Rum Masters. At ito naman, Nueva Ecija nanalo kontra dito sa AllStar Bacolod Ballers BingoPlus. On behalf of our wonderful production team, our coinside reporters Sam Coloso and Megan Camera, my partner Coach Mike Perez, ako po si Ken Pangilinan saying so long, stay safe, see you next time here sa Filbasket Summer Championship.